So this is just a really quick lesson in what hands team actually means. Hands team does not mean that all of these players on the field are actually, hands guys. Now, typically, what you're trying to actually do here is these are the guys that matter. So you have Roma Dunze and DJ Moore. These are what you actually call as your returners on the field, okay? And then 7 blockers up here. Now, typically, you would probably want these middle guys to also be able to capable of handling the ball. I mean, ideally, everyone on the field can handle the ball if it comes right to them. But this way, if they come up the middle here with the kick, one of those guys can handle it. But for the most part, these guys on the field at the top and bottom of the screen, they're here to block. Okay, so they're not actually hands guys. They're supposed to be blocking. And if they come down and block hard, then Roma Dunze can just field this ball and go straight down. Game's over. That's how you're drawing this up. So it's a lot more than just saying let's put 11 guys out there that can handle the football. You're actually trying to draw up some blocks up front and then have one of your best hands guys behind them be the one who fields the ball. Now, it's a ball that's being kicked and bouncing weird. So funny things can happen. As we go to the next slide here, remember, this ball has to travel 10 yards. So it's got to get to the 45 here, and it did not on this play. But my diagnosis of what went wrong here is I froze this right here because Daniel Hardy, to me, if you actually go back to the last slide, I'm not going to do that, but the McLaughlin lined up like he was kicking the ball this way. Okay, and he actually approached it with his steps like he was kicking it that way. And then at the last second, he turned and the ball came this way. Here's the ball right here. And Hardy hesitates. So I think he was thrown off by the direction of the kick, the misdirection here, because look at Noah Sewell, who's next to him, right? He's right here. He's already moving forward to block. And Hardy, who's here, has hesitated, and now he's going to be trailing, which if we look at this next slide, so this is where the ball is about to hit him, right? Look at how far back he is. He should be up where Noah Sewell is. Noah Sewell's here. He's already blocking. Hardy should be up here too. And if he is, this is where Roma Dunze, you're skilled as the hands guy. You recognize that this ball is not going 10 yards and you lay off, which is what he's doing. And watch his feet here. They're kind of flat. Like he's stopping because he's like, this ball's not going to go 10 yards. Sometimes it'll just go straight out of bounds that way. But unfortunately, Hardy didn't get upfield here on his block enough. And so instead, the ball just hits him. So it's a little bit of bad luck that it just sort of hits his foot. But at the same time, he's got to either one of two things: get upfield to make his block or recognize where the ball is at and get out of the way and understand that it's not going to go 10 yards. It's not easy. This takes a lot of reps. And in the moment, there's a lot happening in like 2 seconds, and you don't know which way the ball is going to bounce. But I just wanted to explain how this is supposed to work, and from my diagnosis, what I thought went wrong.
Exactly. Like people saying he shouldn't have been on the team. He's probably been good at attacking, those people coming down the field. The problem is, like you said, he just didn't attack the ball or whoever he was supposed to block at that point. So shouldn't have hit his foot at all.
I
was supposed to.
I was one of those guys in the moment saying, I'm worried about it if the ball gets kicked Hardy's way.
You were calling it out pre-snap.
I was.
You're like, what's Hardy doing out there? What's Hardy doing? And I get that initial reaction.
He's not the guy that's supposed to
because